it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Tuesday night, December the 30th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks everyone for being here. I was at the game, that 6-3 debacle against Rick Tocchet and the Philadelphia Flyers, but I'm not in a bad mood, and it's not because I'm pro-tank or anti-tank. I'm in a good mood because I'm with all of you. I'm in a good mood because I saw many of you at the game, which was kind of cool. And I'm in a good mood because as much as I spend a lot of time, energy, and money on this hockey team, I think I'm realizing that there are more important things than this hockey team. It doesn't mean I'm not going to stream. It doesn't mean I don't care as much. But I've always had a pretty healthy perspective, and I'm actually feeling okay right now, believe it or not. But we're going to get into this game. We're going to talk about what I saw, what you guys saw if you're at the game or watching on TV. So I see people like Garrett, Hansel, Fangirl, Justin, Simon, Swervin Yrvin. I see you guys as public profiles. Who else do I see? I think I said Garrett. Yeah, those are the ones that I see active in the chat so far. And maybe there are a few people up earlier. Yeah, Harry was chatting earlier, which is cool. But let's just get going. Let's just get into this, and we can talk about this game. And hello, Dino, here. Glad that you are here as well. Simon, everyone, glad that you guys are here. I'm gonna give away they give me 10 memberships to give away each month, which is great. So remind me during the mid-show sponsor read, but I'm actually going to set an alarm too. Even though it might not be exactly what my mid-show sponsor read is, but I'm going to set an alarm for 11:30 to remind myself to give away 5 memberships just in case I haven't. And if the alarm goes off and I already have, then that's even better. So they give content creators 10 memberships to give away each month, and I usually like to do it on the first and third Sundays of the month, but because of the different streaming schedule and holidays, I don't think I've done it, and these things run out tomorrow. So I'll give away 5 memberships later in the show. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being here. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame franchise members, thanks for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, lower mainland province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you are here with me, know how much I always appreciate you, know how much I never, ever take you for granted. And especially as I'm in a reflective mood at the end of this year, this is my last evening live stream for this calendar year. Know indeed how grateful I am to all of you. So this is how you can get... I'll get to that in a second, Ryan. Thank you. This is how you can get involved in the show tonight. You can subscribe to the channel so you get active in the chat section and get notified of my videos every single day. You can like the video, like the fact that we're together, like the fact that we made it to the end of another year, like the fact that we continue to build such a wonderful community here on YouTube. You can leave a donation. Be the first to get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership. You can buy your own membership. You can use your monthly membership messages like Harry has done. I'll get to that in a second. I think I said you buy an upgrade. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. So let's recognize Harry's monthly membership message first. So thank you, Harry, for being a member for 29 months. So Harry says, hi, Clay. How are you? I'm great. Thank you for asking. Hope you are well as well. Do you think there will be any line juggling for the Canucks next game? Yes, there better be, because there's only one line that was doing anything tonight. With 43 games left in the season, what will be the record for the Canucks by the end of the season? Oh, that's tough to say. At this rate, they could wind up something like 27, 42, and 13, which would be horrible. That's like 27, 42, and 13. That's 15 games under 500. So that's like 67 points. That's really bad. Hopefully they're not that bad, but if you want them to have a high draft pick, then maybe you want them to be that bad. So thank you, Harry, for the monthly membership message. I think, they got to find a mix that works. And the top 6 mix is not working, whatever it is right now. And I'll get to that in a couple of minutes. Yeah, disappointing. Ricky says the last time I watched a home game on TV and the Canucks won October 26th. Oh my gosh, 2 months ago. That's brutal. Ryan says, Beastly says, Clay is so handsome in person. Well, so are you, Ryan. So is your cousin Jeevan. Thank you for that. I'll talk about the meetup in a second, but I appreciate that. And Tyler agrees. Well, we're all part of the GLCPC, right? Bet on home ice losses. You can if you want to. Great to meet it. Yes, I'll talk about who we met. What a stud that guy is. Don't stop. You're getting no. I don't blush because these are all truth, right? It'd be different. Actually, no. You can blush when it comes to truth. Hey, Angelo. Hope you're doing well. Adrian Angelo. Hi, Adrian. Been seeing some of your posts as you go into the new year. Yeah, I'm very intrigued by the work you do, Adrian. We should connect. Do you guys remember when Mr. Clay said buy a membership on a membership show? Yeah, but you had to be on that member stream to remember that for sure. They got to stop scratching Ratu. Yeah, but Camp was not the reason. Yeah. Fangirl, she's had it. Screw a top 5 pick. I want to see wins. Interesting. Why are we watching P.O. Joseph? Yeah, this is his first game in a long time. All right. So before I get to the actual game, I want to talk about the non-game stuff. So in the first period, the first TV timeout, as I expected, they did a quick welcome back to Rick Tocchet. And I posted it both on YouTube and on X, got a lot of traffic. But basically, it wasn't a video montage. It wasn't like Elmer saying, he led the Canucks to 1 game away from the Western Conference Final in 20. No, it was welcome back, Rick Tocchet. And I think they said something else. Or he was the coach here. Actually, you know what? I should just listen to my own video here. Okay, here it is.
Welcome back to Rogers Arena, former Canucks head coach, Rick Tocchet.
So welcome back to Rogers Arena, the Canucks, former Canucks head coach, Rick Tocchet. And then it says, welcome back, Rick. And it was quite a muted response, actually. It wasn't dead silent, but there was a smattering of cheers, a tiny bit more boos than cheers. And I asked a few people that were sitting around different areas of the arena, and they said the same thing, that it wasn't that loud either way. Almost very, very resignation almost, but more boos than cheers for sure. So I was neutral because I couldn't clap because I was filming, but nor could you hear me booing. So I was silent and I let the people of Rogers Arena kind of let their voices ring out in my video. So that was in the first TV timeout. Rick Tocchet didn't wave, didn't acknowledge. He just kind of looked around pretending that he was trying to figure out who's going to go on the ice next. First intermission, awesome. Nice little meetup. So I don't want to forget everyone, but it was BC Ryan and his cousin Jeevan. It was Just Incredible. It was Gerald. It was Rosario. It was Tyler and his wife Sam, and my wife Gail and me. I think that's right. I'm just trying to picture everyone. Sam, Tyler, Justin, Ryan, Jeevan, me, Rosie, Gerald. Yes, that's who I think it was during the intermission. So it's nice to see all of you and nice to hang out. And we actually were talking so much that we kept talking even after the period started. So we said, bye, everyone. Happy New Year. And then we all ran back. Well, I don't know. You guys ran. I ran back to my seat. And then second intermission, I was able to connect with my friend Felix, who a longtime Flyers fan, who helped. I helped get him tickets for tonight. So we had a nice. And I'll tell you this one quick story, and then I promise we'll get into the game. But what's really funny is Felix before the game says, "Hey, should we meet up in the first or second intermission?" I said, "First intermission. I'm meeting up with some YouTube subscribers of mine, some friends of mine, and you're welcome to come to that. Or I can meet with you privately or independently in the second intermission. So he goes, let's do second intermission. So I said, sure. So then as I'm talking to him during the second intermission, he actually told me, so you actually do have fans. I said, well, I wouldn't call them fans. We're all community here on YouTube, but they are subscribers and members of my channel. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, oh, well, during the first intermission, I actually walked by and spied on you guys. Felix, why are you spying on us? Come say hi next time. But it was kind of cool actually that he took the time to scope out to see if I was basically BSing him and saying that I was meeting with a bunch of people and that I was actually meeting with a bunch of people, which I did. Thank you to the bunch of people that I met with. And then he was actually impressed with the quality and quantity of people that I met with. So there we go. That was my non-game excitement. So, Felix is a guy I know from church circles, from our daughters bowled together and have known him for a long, long time. Yeah, Ian, Jacob and his girlfriend Michelle, they bought Student Rush tickets. They got really, they're really good seats. $50 today. $50 upper bowl, $80 lower bowl. All right, let's get to this game, you guys. We'll start with the Sedge VC, the Clay Edge Goal Visualizer commentary. Lots of goals to break down. The first goal is a Vancouver Canucks goal, and it's David Kampf. Yes, so here it is. Goes back to O'Connor here, and then some really, really good work. Sorry, that is there someone missing there? I thought there was a guy checking O'Connor, but maybe not. Is there a guy missing? Where's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I actually think there's a guy missing from here because it's not a power play. So this is weird. It's saying it's Kemp from O'Connor and Marcus Pettersson, but here's Sasson with the puck. When does Marcus Pettersson touch it? Anyways, there's O'Connor. And you guys, there's got to be someone missing here because why would he do a circle? Like, why would he do a circle when there's no one on him? Okay, this is the strangest thing. Hold on. I got to look on my phone because I don't want to copyright myself. But I'm pretty sure that there's supposed to be a guy checking. This is the strangest thing, you guys. There's a guy checking O'Connor there. That's why he kind of had to circle and spin around him. So I'm going to look at this recap real quick of this first goal. And then that would make sense because I don't think this is a power play goal because the Canucks didn't have a power play goal. And why did they give Marcus Pettersson the second assist? So I have two questions. I want to watch this one more time. Hold on. So I'm watching it on my phone and then I will properly analyze it for you. Okay, so I'm watching it on my phone. So there's Sasson. There goes to O'Connor. Yeah, they're missing a guy. They're missing number 8. But I don't get why Marcus Pettersson has the second assist either. Can someone help me out? So let's watch this one more time. So there's Sasson. And right here, it's Drew O'Connor. And they're missing number 8. Whoever number 8 is for the Flyers. Who is number 8? Number 8 for the Flyers is... If my computer will start working here. Number 8 for the Flyers is... Oh, York. Cam York. So Cam York is checking O'Connor, but he's just invisible right now. You can't really see him. So O'Connor spins away from the invisible York and then centers it to David Kampf, who is fighting off 2 Flyers in front of the net. And he scores a nice goal. Really nice goal. 3 minutes in the game. So once again, I don't know where Cam York is on this edge goal visualizer. And I don't know why Marcus Pettersson got the second assist when it's clearly Sasson who touched the puck before O'Connor. So maybe they will straighten that out tomorrow. Anyways, 1-0 Canucks. But then 9 minutes later, really nice goal by Philly, actually. So Marcus Pettersson here flips the puck out, but doesn't flip it too far. It gets batted down, and Noah Cates sends it. It actually goes back, and then right here, it's Bobby Brink who sends it up to Michkov, who right there knocks it down. You obviously can't tell him this, but knocks it down in the midair. Makes a really, really nice play. So Michkov, then back to Noah Cates, who actually started this whole play. And then as Olgren tries to check him and sticks a stick in, it actually deflects off Olgren's stick, deflects off the post. on Demko's short side, and it's a tie game. So once again, this starts with Marcus Pettersson lifting the puck up. Kate's making a play on it. It goes past to a couple guys, including Brink, and then it's Michkov battling it down really well, and it's 1-1 after the first period. And then that's when I got to meet all the cool people during the first period. So much like that goal was a result of Marcus Pettersson with a poor clearing one. This is a poor clearing one by DeBrusk. So you just missed it there, but DeBrusk had a chance right here to clear it, put it off the boards, but instead just puts it up lazily up the middle, and the Flyers turn it around pretty quick. So then right there, bank pass, and now it comes in and then puts it across to Grundstrom. And this one, a couple errors here, because not only was Jake DeBrusk's clearing attempt pretty bad, he put it straight up the middle, but then P.O. Joseph pinches right. So right here, Joseph has got to know that he's last man back, but instead he pinches, boom, and then I guess maybe you want Verlander to recognize that as well, but I don't think Joseph needs to make that pinch, to be honest with you, because Verlander's got to worry about this guy, right? So and this is all because there's a poor clearing attempt by DeBrusk, and then Grundstrom puts it past Thatcher Demko, and then it's 2-1 Philly. Then this one's bad too. This one isn't a bad clearing. This is a bad coverage thing. So watch what happens here. Myers chases Zegras. And now he's completely out of position. And Kane comes down, so now no one's checking Drysdale. So I guess Myers is checking Zegras, so Kane should be here. But then Garland doesn't recognize that Myers is up here. And then we got Rossi here. So technically, Marcus Pettersson's here, but no one is checking Konechny. So Drysdale takes the shot, and Konechny deflects it. Demko makes a great save, but then Garland is too late to recognize that, oh, shoot, no one's checking him because Myers is up here. And then Konechny actually puts the puck past Demko as he's falling down, and then he chirps at the Canucks as he's going for this fist bump. So it's 3-1 Philly. But the Canucks score early in the third period, and it's O'Connor and Kampf again. This time it's reversed. So it's P.O. Joseph up, and then I guess it gets deflected there. Then Sherwood makes a nice play, dislodging the puck here, and then puts it towards the net. And then it comes out to Kampf, who puts it towards the net. And I think it goes off a Philly skate here, and then Drew O'Connor is able to put it past Dan Vladar. So Kampf and Connor combine once again. They just reverse it. O'Connor scoring this one. And now it's 3-2 with basically an entire period to play. So we're all in a good mood. We're all laughing. We're all cheering. We think that this could be a good comeback, a good third period. And then, you guys, heartbreak. 26 seconds later, Philly scores the backbreaker. Ends up being the game winner. Now, some would complain that Rossi got tripped here and there should have been a call. That's fair. And then Hronek makes a bad pinch. So boom, double whammy. So Rossi gets tripped, and then Hronek makes a bad pinch. And now we're 2-on-1. We're 2-on-1 with Brink, with Michkov. So there's Michkov. So Z Bouillon is frantically waving a stick. And ultimately, I don't know this Bouillon's fault either. You're supposed to take away the pass and give the shooter, but he gets so deep in that Michkov does do a really nice pass, and Bouillon doesn't stop it, and Demko has no chance as Brink puts it in. So this one's tricky. Like there's a lot of errors here. The Rossi one, not his fault, he got tripped. Hronek, bad pinch. Now it's a 2-on-1 with speed. Bouillon tries his best, ultimately does not break up the pass, and it is 4-2. Canucks get a power play late with 4 minutes left. They pull their goalie. So it's basically a 6-on-4. And then this happens. So there's Garland with the puck. He shoots it at the net. Olgren tries to get it, but it hits a bunch of bodies. And then here's Tippett. I know Tippett's fast, but you guys, it's 1-on-3. I don't know if I want Hronek to make a harder play. I don't know if maybe Kane I'm going to give him a pass here because he's very far away. But between Verlander and Hronek, they got to know that Tippett's going to get the puck or he's going to race for it. Actually, maybe Kane could have, but Kane's so slow, right? I think Hronek's got to make a better play there. But yeah, Tippett outraces all three of them. Look at that. Outraces all three of them and puts it in. Then Verlander scores basically a mean-nothing goal. Nice effort, though. Again, it's the third line of O'Connor, Kempf, and Sherwood. There's Sherwood. Takes a shot. O'Connor takes another shot. Sherwood, O'Connor. And then it goes to Verlander, who puts it in. Now, O'Connor or Sherwood don't get assists, but they were mucking it up in front of the net. But then another empty netter. This one, it's O'Connor to Kempf, back to O'Connor. O'Connor then has his pass deflected. And then, I don't know if you guys saw it, Konechny passes it to Dvorak here. Oh, to Zegras. Then it goes to Dvorak. But Kiefer Sherwood does a wicked slash on Konechny. I don't know if this has anything to do with the chirping earlier, but if you watch the replay, Sherwood basically swings a stick, and it wasn't a slash to his ankles. I think it was a slash to his skates, but he trips him. So that's Konechny on the ground, and then Dvorak scores. And that's it. 6-3, Philly beats Vancouver in Rick Tocchet's return. Shots on goal. We outplayed them in the first period. It was a very entertaining first period. Some hitting, some aggressive plays, some good saves, some good shots. 10-5, but then they outshot us 19-9. Then we outshot them 16-9, but that's a bit of score effects. So we ended up outshooting them 35-33. They outfaced off us 56-44. No goals on the power play, even though we had 4 chances. Hits, we out-hit them. Block shots were basically even. So, yeah, we cannot beat Philly. We lost to them by 3 goals both games, and they're within 8 days of each other. So look at the box score for the Canucks. What stands out to me? Well, this isn't good. Well, let's go with points first. O'Connor with 2, Kempf with 2, and that's it for forwards. So they each assist on each other's goals. And then you had Connor Garland with a -4. That's horrible. Rossi -3. Bunch of guys -2. Somehow O'Connor, Sherwood, and Kempf are pluses in a game. And then PD and Sasson were even somehow. Time on ice. Maybe this is the nature of back-to-back, but no one had under 10 today. Kane only had 11 minutes. That's interesting. Although he had a fighting major. Although he didn't really fight. He got beat up. Well, he didn't get beat up, but he didn't win the fight, that's for sure. And then you also had, who else was low? I guess Ogren and Rossi. Rossi surprisingly under 13 minutes. On the high end, you had PD with 19, and then Jake DePress with 19 in his return to the lineup. 5 shots on net for Sherwood, 4 for Kane, 3 for Ogren and DeBrusk, and a bunch of guys with 2, so it's not like they weren't trying. And then Ogren had 3 assists. So although he's -2, sorry, not 3 assists, 3 blocks. He had 3 shots and 3 blocks. And then 10 hits for Sherwood, not a surprise. And another 5 for DeBrusk. So if it was about giving DeBrusk a message, a wake-up call, 5 hits and 3 shots, he was engaged. He hit the post that could have made a difference in the game. He hit the post early in on the game. So Kane did have 4 shots and 3 hits, and then Linus Karlsson had 3 hits. Look at the D. 3 guys were -2, Hronek, Buium, and Myers. What's really interesting, Verlander had his goal, Pettersson had 1 assist. What's really interesting is Hronek and Buium were the top at 24 minutes apiece. And then you actually had Marcus Pettersson having under 19 minutes, and Tyler Myers only having 16. Verlander played 17 and 30. He played well. And then P.O. Joseph had 14. Still not convinced that he's that good. 4 shots on net for Verlander, which is nice to see. 4 for Myers. 2 blocks each for Joseph, Hronek, Buium, and Pettersson. And then 1 hit each for Joseph, Buium, and Myers. Demko, 27 saves, 31 shots. So 6-3 looks bad, but only 4 of them were on him. Blame him on the first one. Not really. Got deflected. Can't blame him on the Grunstrom one. I don't know. Maybe he wants that one back. But then definitely the 4th goal was not his fault. And now I can't remember what the 3rd goal was. 4th goal was cross crease, and the 3rd goal was connecting. Oh yeah. That was a great play by Konechny. You got to give him that for sure. Now you look at the scores throughout the league tonight. We had the Maple Leafs shutting out the Devils, and Sheldon Keefe was not happy. I think Nico Hischier fought in that game. The Canadiens beat the Panthers in OT. Penguins beat the Hurricanes. Islanders take down the Blackhawks, who suck as bad as us, and then we get doubled up by the Flyers. So you look at the standings. I don't even know what I want anymore, but we look at the Western Conference, and we are still 6 points out of that. Sean is cheering that we lost as he walks back and forth with no shirt on outside my office. Hopefully he's wearing pants. But yes, we are 6 points out. So remember my theory, 6 points or less, chance, 7 points or more, no chance. But we now have played the same number of games as the team we were chasing. So we burned our game in hand. And Seattle technically could win the 2 games they have in hand and be up to 43. And then LA could win. So at worst case scenario, we're with all games being equal, we'd be 8 points out. And that, as I always say, is not impossible, but highly improbable. It's crazy, though. With Chicago's point tonight in extra time, look who's in last place in the league now. It's the Winnipeg Jets. Even though we and Chicago have a worse points percentage, Winnipeg has played 2 fewer games, so maybe they leapfrog us. So we're battling. We're battling to remain in the bottom 3 of the entire league. Ugly. I'm not talking about me. We're good looking. The Canucks, that was ugly. All right, I see a lot. I didn't really look in the chat as I was blabbing for the last 15 minutes, but I'm sure there's a lot of people happy with the result today. I'm sure there's a lot of people frustrated. And I think it's time for me to do a mutual sponsor read and to give away 5 memberships. And then I'll have a good 15, 20 minutes to get to all of your questions and comments. All right. Okay. Thanks everyone for being here. Let's go. I always start off by thanking my primary sponsor. And that, of course, is Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsors. The first one is Gassy Jack Art, creator of this wonderful artwork. You see my home studio. Check them out at GassyJackArt.com. We got Mulligan Golf Company, MLGNGolf.com for your wonderful golfing apparel and accessories. And then Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. Also, thanks to this is a reminder of how you get involved today. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a donation, gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, use your monthly membership message like Harry has done, or you can listen if you listen on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. Still looking for our first dono of the evening, but I will be in the giving mood. I'm going to give away 5 memberships right here, right now. So let's go. How do I do this? I pressed the wrong button. I got to press the money button. There we go. Membership gifting. Ooh, I have 5 gift memberships left to send this month. Well, I better do that right now. So as YouTube is figuring out who it's going to give it to, I will give myself some love in the chat. What do I want to give myself today? Let's go with the gritty. I don't know what Jackie's complaining about because he's already a member. Oh, there's my alarm. Good. Perfect timing. So welcome to franchise membership. The Lunatic Man, Corrupted 604, GYC, Phil, and Shaw Default. And as I'm trying to click on all your guys' names so I can see who all you are. So Lunatic Man is the Lunatic Man. Okay, awesome. Thank you for being here, Lunatic Man. Welcome to franchise membership. Corrupted 604 is Corrupted 604. So welcome to you. Welcome to franchise membership. GYC is GYC. All right. None of you guys put your actual names on there, which is fine. You don't have to. Phil 2109. This has got to be Phil, right? Philly 2109. That's awesome. And finally, we have Shaw, whose name is Taylor. Awesome. Taylor Default. Wonderful, Taylor. So welcome to all 5 of you. Welcome to franchise membership. Finally, and I will get to all of your comments in a second. Actually, let's do this. Skytrain Yrvin in the house gets the donation train out of the station. Yrvin says 2 points to the refs tonight, but we stink too. Yeah, you might think they missed some calls, but we got 4 power plays and they only got 1. So I can't really complain about the refs. And I'm certainly not going to complain about your donation. So let's give some love to Skytrain Yrvin in the chat for the $3 donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's the last thing I was going to say. Shows this week. I'm going to somehow do my last show of 2025 will be tomorrow morning, a Clam at 9 a.m. So if you're a morning person, join me. And then I'll be doing a Clam on Saturday morning after I watch the Canucks play against the Seattle Kraken on Friday night. Now. When it comes to the morning shows, I think I know which way I'm leaning. And I kind of hinted that I will likely move away from doing a morning show after every Canucks game, but rather save the morning shows and do 1 or 2 of them a week on the weekends, or at least the end of the week. Because right now I stream every night, Sunday through Thursday, but I don't stream on Friday, Saturday. So I'm thinking of filling Friday, Saturday with a couple morning shows, maybe at least Saturday or Sunday. Maybe I don't do the Friday morning depending on work. Rather, I do a Saturday or Sunday show, and I can kind of flop weekend, weekend to weekend, depending on my work schedule, my church schedule, and the Canucks schedule. So this week, though, because the Canucks do play Friday night and Saturday night, I will have morning shows on Saturday and Sunday. Actually, maybe not Sunday if I'm bowling in a tournament. I got to figure that out. Depends how rested my elbow is. Anyways, I'm blabbing. Definitely going to do a show tomorrow morning and then do a show on Saturday morning. All right, friends, let's do 15 to 20 minutes of your questions and comments. And I'll start from BC Beasley. 4-12-1 at home this season. That is bad. Embarrassing. Yes, Japan 4. Nice to see you. Why are we bad at home? Adam Foote said it's because maybe they get too frustrated. They get too off their game too easily at home. I don't know. Yes, and it is New Year's Eve indeed. We have an advantage, and we're so bad we can't even take advantage of home ice. Yeah, there's a whole, Japan 4, you're right. There's a reason why it's called home ice advantage, but for us, it might as well be called home ice disadvantage or home ice no advantage. Fan reaction to Kane's fight. It happened so fast. He hit the guy, Sealer, behind the net. Then they went in front of the net. I think Sealer tried to punch Kane or hit him. Kane slashed him, and then they just started fighting, and then Kane didn't win the fight. So it wasn't, there wasn't a huge reaction either way, but I know a lot of the talk on social media was, did Kane even know he was in a fight? What happened to him? So I think he lost that fight, but there wasn't a huge reaction in the arena, admittedly. World Juniors has been good. Some exciting games, and it's nice to see all the potential number 1 draft picks or top 5 draft picks for sure. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. Woo! Yes, that's Owen Hart. Rest in peace, indeed. But you're right. Enough is enough. It is time for a change. Week at a glance. That is something I could do. Yeah, actually, I was talking about that with the crew during the first intermission today. Yrvin, whether it's Saturday or Sunday, I could wrap up the week and then look ahead to the next week. And that might be a nice format for the weekend live streams. Yeah, I like that. I think that's what I'll do actually and I'll probably just pick whether it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. And then maybe half of it's a game review and then half of it is looking at the week, depending on what the schedule is for sure. I am not a nugget. Exactly. How would I improve the penalty kill and power play? It seems too inconsistent. Power play, I always say it's movement. Crisp passes, movement, shots to the net, and dig and grind. Enough of this around the perimeter looking for the perfect pass. For penalty kill hasn't been bad actually. Yesterday they went 5 for 6 today. They killed off the one. So not worried about the penalty kill right now. I do think the power play needs to be more effective for sure. For sure. Ain't it still like 11 for you? Not sure what we're talking about, but remind me what you're talking about. Bad at home because 2 tall beers cost 50. Wow. This is another reason why I'm glad I don't drink. Well, I drink, but it's a lot of Pepsi. I can't picture paying $27 for a beer. That is crazy. Happy New Year's Eve, Clay. Same to you, Harry. Could we see a trade coming next week for the Canucks? I don't think so. I think it's going to happen closer to the actual trade deadline. How do you guys in Canada celebrate New Year? Well, I think, Jackie, that's a question for everyone. I know some people go out to dinner. Some people go dancing. Some people have parties at home. Many, many different ways. Some people go to church. That's pretty nice that you like Owen Hart. I like him too. And I like his comedy. I think you're thinking about Kevin Hart. Owen Hart's a wrestler, Simon. Fangirls tank and draft an elite player and get better players. Hey, the Honorable James Moore, 2024. We had 5 Canucks in the All-Star game. Amazing playoff run and amazing hope. 2025, depressing, broken drama, quitter Hughes, talk at left, PD investor collapse. Bring on 2026 and beyond. Gosh, you don't paint a pretty picture, that's for sure. You mentioned reflecting on life as the season continues to falter. I think I was referring to the fact that I've always had a pretty good perspective when it comes to the Canucks, as much as I want to see them win, as much as it helps my channel when they win. In the bigger picture, I think I'm able to recognize, A, that it is just a game. B, I do spend a lot of time, energy, and money by choice on the team, but I'm able to, I wouldn't say compartmentalize it where it's completely cut off from my life, because that's not true. That would be a lie. But I don't let my channel run my life, nor do I let how they do run my life. And that's something I've kind of been reflecting on over the break. I haven't done as many videos, like daily updates, whatever it may be. And I'm not trying to make excuses or trying to explain anything. And maybe, admittedly, my energy kind of goes with the way the team is going. Maybe I'd be more motivated to do more videos if the Canucks were winning, and there's more hope. But it's just being not depressing, not sad. But yeah, I kind of know my mood, my mode, what's important to me right now. There's a lot of family time, a lot of get-togethers, a lot of just being with people who need some love and support. So yeah, overall, I'm in a good place, I guess, is my point, despite how the team is doing. But I don't think I've ever been one where I let how the team is doing dictate my emotions, my reactions, just kind of my state in life, because it doesn't make sense, right, to base it all around a hockey team, right, and the fortunes of a hockey team. As much as I always say, I do spend a lot of time, energy, and money on this team, but by choice. Japan Fangirl says, I'm more concerned about team morale. Edison, I'm not concerned about losing. Fix mistakes and we will win on Friday when I will be there live. That's true. So Edison, yeah, I do. Anyone who wants to say hello, I do. Like I said, the meetups during the first intermission outside of section 316. Is Braden Coots ready to play full time in the NHL next season? Not willing to say that. I think he's definitely elite. He'll be a full time NHLer within 2 years. Is it going to be within next year? We'll see. Maybe. I think they're going to give him every opportunity to, because he even started the season up with us, right? We need better skilled players, says Japan 4. I do not disagree, for sure. If team morale is bad, you look at each player in the eye and ask who wants to stay and leave it in their hands. Interesting. With Bluger clearly coming back, yeah, but anywhere between 2 and 4 weeks, do you think the penalty kill will be a lot better? I think it will be better. I don't know if it'll be a lot better right away, because he's got to get up to game speed, right, Harry? So it's gonna take a while for sure. Pepsi Lime is the coded. How much is a Pepsi at the game, Clay? This is kind of bad. I don't know, because I don't pay for mine, but it's got to be like $4. So they went away from the souvenir cups now. It used to be souvenir cups. I think we're 17, if I'm not mistaken, 17 or 18. But then there's multiple refills. And then if you don't get the souvenir cup, it was like 12 or 13 or 14 bucks, I think. But I was told today that they've gone away from the souvenir cups. So now, now it's all one price. But I'll look on Friday when I'm there next. But yeah, it's got to be about 15 bucks, Japan. About 15 bucks. Which makes sense if a beer is about 27 bucks. The whole Florbert Bluger situation stinks the longer it goes on. Yeah, so Bluger is going to be another 2 to 4 weeks, and Florbert, as Adam Foote said today, might not even play again this season, which is absolutely horrible. Canucks have won a total of 14 home ice wins in 38 games in all of 2025, so the whole calendar year. Worst home ice record in league this year in comparison to the Avs of 16 home ice wins this season alone in 18 games. Yikes, and the season's not even halfway done. Man, oh man. I stay home on New Year's Eve and watch the ball drop in New York City. Oh, sorry. Does that mean you celebrate at 9 p.m. Pacific, Fangirl, or do you watch it and you wait till 12 and watch the tape delayed one? Yeah, no, Edison, you don't have to explain why. You just, if you can come, great. If you can't, that's fine too. What are you doing for New Year's tomorrow? We are having what's called a boodle fight, and we're not fighting with boodles. It's a Filipino type meal where you lay out bamboo leaves and you put like prawns and beef and pork and chicken and rice, and you eat with your hands. It's awesome. So have you ever seen, I'll show you actually a picture of a boodle fight because it's pretty cool. Boodle fight. So this looks good. This is what we are going to do tomorrow for dinner. Check this out. Well, how come? That's not what I'm seeing. Oh, because I shared the wrong one. Hold on. Stop screen sharing. Okay, try this again. Share screen. Let's share the correct one. There we go. So this is what we're going to eat. So you got fish, you got pork, you got rice, you got some veggies. You can do anything. You can do chicken, you can do beef, you can do prawns. So yes, that is what a boodle fight is. Maybe we'll look at, let's see what other boodle fight pictures I can show you. Yeah, so you spread out the bamboo leaves like this. Oh yeah, here's something. Lumpia, which is rolls, which is great. There's corn on this one. Yeah, so there I can see prawns right here. So yeah, there are different ways that we can do it. But that is what we are eating tomorrow night. And I think I told you guys, among my church friends, we have the LMAO party, the last minute alternative option party. And yeah, LMAO, not laughing my off. It's the last minute alternative option party. It means I basically say, if you're a loser and you have no plans and you want to spend time with other losers, then come to our house, and the same 2 or 3 families show up every year. And we poke fun at ourselves, but yes, we might end up having some people over for the countdown. But as I get older, that's less and less important to me. Great question though. And there you go. How are you spending your time for New Year's Eve? Yeah, with dinner, and then we do the countdown. Then we do all these crazy things like we eat grapes for prosperity, we jump up and down for good health, and then we shake money for financial security. The thing about cheering for the Canucks is that wins never changed my life in any way. My takeaway was always where I was and who I shared the moment with. Wonderfully said. Wonderfully said. The only players that are injured now are Bluger, 2 to 4 weeks, Forbert, maybe not play, and then Hedel maybe 2 or 3 weeks away as well. What if you guys get the first overall pick and the draft will be in Vancouver? I don't think the draft's going to be in Vancouver anytime soon, right? But if we get the first overall pick, that's amazing. I'm almost scared of the Canucks getting that pick. Well, they can't screw it up that badly, right? When there's 3 or 4 guys that could go number 1. Yes, all the souvenir cups had Quinn on them. That's why they're all out of stock, or out of circulation, I should say. Columbus is getting Stenberg or McKenna. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Garrett, as a pro tanker, I mean, it's ugly, not good for morale to keep losing, but I think it's the price to pay to try and get premier talent this team desperately needs. I'm not a total anarchist. Screw tanking. We need wins. I'm tired of losing, and our draft history is never good enough. Very similar thought to Fangirl. Hey, Russell, the Canucks are worse at home because Adam Foote has controlled the line matchups. So are you suggesting that he's doing it intentionally, Russell? I'm just kidding. Do you think DPD will be back in the lineup next game and swap out Joseph? I do. Joseph did nothing tonight. That makes me say he's a better option than DPD. You watched the tape delayed one? Gotcha. Linden Mask. What's that? Roasted pork skin. Yes. Do you think Lankinen will be in net next game, or do you play Demko again next game? Well, yeah, I think you can alternate it now. You can go Lankinen Friday, Demko on Saturday, because it is a back-to-back at home. First time I heard Boodle fight, I thought it was a good fight. Or noodle fight? Yes. Was there eggs in those? Yes, Clinton. Looks good, doesn't it? Abbotsford Canucks are not doing well because they don't have any good players. Well, comparatively speaking. Oh, there's no utensils, hence the fight part. I get it. Not just eggs, salty eggs. When you have Filipino siblings, every meal's a fight. Good point. Missed calls, yes, but we also got 4 power plays to their 1. I've had balut before. I don't think we're going to have it tomorrow, Japan 4, but I have had it. And Gail and her relatives tricked me when I first had it. For anyone who's wondering what balut is, it's duck embryo. Yes, it doesn't sound good. We save those for Halloween. Balut party, no thank you. No thank you. I did attend the 2019 draft. It was Friday night, and then it was Sean's grad that night. So then after grad, then we stayed up all night, pulled an all-nighter, and then we went to the draft the next day on the Saturday as well. And that's the day that the Canucks traded for JT Miller. And what's really funny is that was Sean's draft year, right? Graduation. So I told him that he should have dressed up in a suit, just stayed in a suit from grad and sat in the stands and then see if anyone would draft him just by fluke. They don't want to pay Sherwood. He is better than Besser. So is Garland and O'Connor. Sad this team has no heart. Trade EP40 and go with Ratu. Glenn, all decent suggestions. But yeah, the common thinking, conventional wisdom is that they will not pay Sherwood what he wants. Happy New Year, 2026. Heading to Vancouver to the Philippines. Nice. Have a safe trip, Angela. Happy New Year to you as well. Adam Foote is not doing it intentionally. He is incompetent. Those are strong words. Also incompetent is your spelling. I'm just kidding, Russell. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I know, Russell. I love you. I know you love me. But yeah, it's been rough. Well, it's him and the assistant coaches. Hey, Dino, my sister Maria told me that if you eat 10 to 12 grapes, you will have good luck, prosperity for the next year. Okay, I will eat at least 10 to 12 grapes. Garland has more guts than Besser and EP40 put together, perhaps, but Garland had a bad game today. Clay, we want everyone to show up to the game in Linden, Mass to send a message. Oh, okay. Thank you for explaining that to me. What do the Canucks need the most? Better players, better coach, better management, or all three? Our defense is like a Swiss cheese. I think it starts with they're all connected, obviously, but I just don't think we're talented enough. So no matter how good your coaching is, if you don't have enough talent, it's going to be very hard to win in this league. Wear Linden jerseys. You've had Philippine balut. I told the accent joke at work today and it did not go over. Did you deliver it well, though, Irvin? Did you deliver it well? Jacob's birthday, September the 16th. Do you think Rossi is overrated? Haven't seen much from him since. Yeah, and his ice time got dropped to 13 minutes. I wouldn't say overrated, but I think we are hoping that, right, we're still in Quinn Hughes recovery mode, so I think we want him to do well. Did you hear that Canucks are answering calls and trading PD? Got to be careful. It's been well noted that the sources are not actual sources right now. I remember arriving there early and meeting the prospects like Jack Hughes, Kapaka. Oh, you mean for the draft? That's cool. Sean's birthday, August the 2nd. Got him. BC's laughing. What are some of your goals for the new year? Better fitness, more sleep, more praying. I always say those things. Sherwood is the better forward than Besser. Besser's a floater, makes 7.2. So why they hate for Sherwood? I don't think there's hate for Sherwood, Glenn. I just don't know if the Canucks think that that's the best use of money. Time to speak in a Philippines accent. What's a Philippines? Do you mean Filipino? Lankin is best goalie in shootouts. Yeah, 89 save percentage for sure. Rossi seems easy to knock down. You know, it's interesting though. They say that others have written about him saying he's small, but he's got stocky legs, so he's actually strong on his skates. Born in 2001, but my draft year is 2020. Oh, I thought it was the year that you graduate. Maybe I was wrong. No, but Sean was born in 2021. 2001. And we're pretty sure that was his draft year. I got to look that up. Okay, I will look it up. I'll look it up. No problem, Glenn. Hey, Jazz, get whatever you want. I wonder which players we will move on. Garland, Sherwood, and Demko are the ones without trade protection. I'm getting a jersey. Should I get EP40, Besser, or Demko? My guess is EP40 is going to be here the longest out of all those guys. But, yeah, it's so tricky, right? You want to make a good investment. Do you think Finland would sub Lankinen for shootouts if it got to that? No, I think that's a little dangerous, but that's a really good point, actually, though. On the Olympic stage, one game take all, one win take all, maybe. Lafayette was drafted 2020. His birthday is in October 2001. Okay. Are the Canucks more likely to get a first for Sherwood or a good prospect in the NHL? I think they're hoping for a first. My local team fared better tonight than you guys. Lost no. Okay, 4-3. Garland is a keeper, 170 pounds, and has tons of fight in him. We will never win a cup with EP40 and Brock Besser. Do you think Besser lost hope in scoring goals? Yeah, he is not playing with a lot of confidence right now. All right, friends, I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Actually, I'll just answer this from Adrian. With Lankinen being so hot in the shootout, do you see a scenario where Demko is pulled after OT? I think that's a recipe for disaster because Demko is actually the fifth best goalie in recent history in shootouts. So we have two of the top five goalies in shootouts in recent memory. And you can't really put Lankinen cold like that because shootout side to side, you risk that you end up pulling something for sure, and simply not worth it. Thank you, everyone. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Brian Blingy Choi, legendary Swervin Yrvin, and legendary Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support, and thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, you can... did I say thanks to Hall of Fame franchise members? I think so. Thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, like the video, subscribe. You can leave a late donation. Thanks to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Gassy Jack Art, and Mulligan Golf Company. And thanks to everyone who went above and beyond today. Harry used a monthly membership message. Canuck Clay gets 5 membership. And Skytrain Alfred comes through with a donation. Add it all up. And tonight, the winner is Fangirl with 450. Skytrain Alfred 175. Harry with 150. Swervin Yrvin 150, and Simon with 125. That is your top 5. So this is my final show, evening show for 2025. Tomorrow morning will be my final morning show of 2025. I will not be streaming Wednesday night the 31st. I will not be streaming Thursday, January 1st. And my next stream will be Saturday morning when I recap Canucks versus Seattle. But, so if you're at the game on Friday night, first intermission, I'd love to say hi to you like I did today, section 316. And for everyone else, I have a show tomorrow morning where I will indeed, it's not even going to be like a retrospective thing or anything. It's just going to be simply recapping this, maybe talking about resolutions for a couple minutes, and then wrapping the year up. So if I don't see you guys tomorrow, if you're not on my show tomorrow morning, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that you all are healthy and happy and blessed. And for those of you that will join me tomorrow morning for a few days, for a few minutes, not for a few days. It's not a 24-hour live stream. For a few minutes, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right. Thank you, everyone. So thanks to everyone for being here once again. And I'll see some of you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Did you know that shovels remain the most groundbreaking invention ever? Shout out to Shovels. God bless. And go Canucks go. Booyah.